In the surprisingly nippy reaches of Canada's far north, an astonishing spectacle played out one chilly morning. An iceberg, an impressive monolithic sculpture hewn by nature itself, floated gently in the gray, icy waters off the coastline of Newfoundland. Resting atop this drifting platform of ice was what appeared to be a simple camping tent. What unfolded next had the locals in the area wide-eyed and slack-jawed, for when the flap of the tent rustled and opened, no one was prepared for who, or rather what, daringly showed itself. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. The morning sun struggled to break through the dense, overcast sky, casting a muted light over the icy expanse. The sea, a steely gray, lapped quietly against the iceberg, its rhythm a soft counterpoint to the whispers of the gathered crowd on shore. The locals, bundled in layers against the biting cold, had gathered in clusters, their breath visible in the crisp air, as they exchanged theories and speculations. To the people of Newfoundland, icebergs were as common as the gulls that wheeled overhead. Yet, this morning was different. The presence of a tent atop one of these icy giants was an anomaly that demanded attention. The tent's bright orange fabric stood out sharply against the iceberg's blue-white iridescence, painting a peculiar picture, a mid-morning camping adventure afloat in Iceberg. Among the crowd was Tom, a retired fisherman whose eyes had scanned these waters for decades. His face, weathered by years of sea spray and sun, was creased with curiosity. He squinted at the iceberg through a pair of binoculars, trying to make sense of the bizarre scene. "What do you reckon, Tom?" asked Sarah, the owner of the local cafe, her voice tinged with excitement. Tom lowered the binoculars, his mind a whirl of possibilities. "Could be some thrill-seeker, or maybe one of those scientists studying climate change," he mused, though his heart whispered a different story, a tale of mystery and wonder that defied logic. As the minutes ticked by, the crowd's anticipation grew palpable. Theories flew like the snowflakes that began to drift lazily from the sky. Was it a performance artist making a statement about global warming? Or perhaps an eccentric explorer testing the limits of human endurance? The suspense wrapped around them like the chill in the air, tightening its grip with each passing second. Then the moment arrived. The tent flap stirred, a ripple of movement that silenced the crowd. All eyes were fixed on the orange fabric, breaths held in collective anticipation. Slowly, the flap opened, and out stepped not a human adventurer, but an Arctic fox. Its stark white fur was almost indistinguishable against the icy backdrop, save for the dark, intelligent eyes that surveyed the scene with a calm, almost regal demeanor. A collective gasp of delight rose from the crowd, followed by peals of laughter that echoed across the coastline. The fox, oblivious to the stir it had caused, stretched languidly, its movements graceful and unhurried. It seemed to pause for a moment, as if acknowledging its audience, before trotting to the edge of the iceberg, its paws leaving delicate imprints in the snow. Tom chuckled, shaking his head in disbelief. "Well, I'll be," he murmured, a smile tugging at his lips. The surreal sight of the fox emerging from a tent atop a floating iceberg was as baffling as it was fantastical, a moment of pure, unadulterated whimsy that defied explanation. Smartphones were whipped out, capturing the scene for posterity. Within moments, the fox's absurd expedition was shared, tweeted, and posted, swiftly going viral. The world watched in fascination as the story unfolded, a delightful reminder of nature's boundless capacity for quirkiness. As the fox settled at the iceberg's edge, its gaze fixed on the horizon, Tom found himself wondering about the creature's journey. Had it sought refuge from a storm, or was it driven by an innate curiosity that mirrored his own? The questions lingered in his mind, unanswered but somehow comforting in their mystery. The crowd began to disperse, their laughter and chatter fading into the distance. Yet Tom remained, his eyes still on the fox. He felt a kinship with the creature, a shared understanding of the unpredictable beauty of the world. In that moment, he realized that the fox's adventure was not just a spectacle, but a story, a narrative of adaptation, survival, and the extraordinary tales penned by nature herself. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the icy landscape, Tom turned to leave, his heart light with the joy of the unexpected. The fox, now a silhouette against the fading light, watched him go, its presence a lingering reminder of the day's wonder. In the days that followed, the story of the fox and the iceberg spread far and wide, captivating audiences around the globe. It became a symbol of resilience and curiosity, a testament to the marvels of the natural world. For the people of Newfoundland, it was a tale to be retold, a cherished memory that would endure long after the iceberg had drifted away. And for Tom, it was a reminder that even in the most familiar of places, magic could be found in the most unexpected of forms. As he walked home, the crisp air filling his lungs, he felt a renewed sense of wonder, a feeling that would stay with him, warming his heart against the chill of the northern winds.